Okay, so this is Miss Sandra Ortiz. She's a youth health educator, and she's been a health educator for about 3 years now. So, Miss Sandra, how did you hear about Yes?
Well, originally I was attending Clemente when I was in high school, which is where Yes originated. And I remember I was in, I think it was driver's ed, and Jessica Claudio, the health educator at the time, came talking about a summer boot camp. And I just remember hearing free food, and we played games and stuff like that. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna need to do that, because I was one of those students who was just always involved and likes to stay busy, so I could stay out of trouble. So, but once I started coming to the summer program, I was hooked. I just love the way that I was empowered to learn about myself and to learn about topics that were important to our community and myself as a woman. So yeah, that's how I heard about it.
What has touched you the most about Yes?
Um, I guess as a health educator now, what touches me is hearing from students how they are manipulating their lifestyles or changing their lifestyles according to like what we're teaching. For example, over the summer, we had a student, she was texting me every day asking me, oh, is this healthy to eat? Is this healthy to eat? She would take pictures of the food label, ask me like, oh, if she don't put mayonnaise, how many calories would this be? And like, although it seemed excessive, I don't know, it just was nice, because it's just like, oh, we made an impact and she's at least thinking about it. So it really touches me when it hits home for students, or when students really try to apply those practices that we teach to themselves, or when they're trying to even promote that among like their family and friends.
Since I know you mentioned the summer boot camp, so what do you usually do during the summer boot camp?
So the summer boot camp is 5 weeks, and it's typically held at Josephine, one of the schools that we work at. And we focus on a couple of things. So one of the primary things is that we train students that we work with during the school on the topics, the three main topics that we deal with. So reproductive health, nutrition and fitness, and violence prevention. But in addition, we also help students develop their abilities to speak publicly, help narrow down whatever it is their career interests are, and really just expose them to experiences that they wouldn't necessarily be able to during the school year. We work out, we cook, we go on field trips, we have career days where we have professionals come in and talk about like their career paths and how they made it to where they are, which is really important, because students need to be able to see professionals that reflect themselves, that look like themselves, and that come from communities that they themselves come from, because it makes a difference seeing someone from the hood, really excel in the professional field.
So, given the recent presidential election results, how do you feel this is going to affect the program?
It's been affected in a very positive manner. So far, we feel even more empowered to promote agency among our students, and really provide knowledge and strength to our students, so that they understand that regardless if they're unable to vote, that they still have ways of being able to influence the outcomes of the election, and holding politicians accountable for the things that they want to see change in the future or maintain in the future.
So, what is your vision?
My vision for Yes would be for Yes to be more visible, for people to in the community to understand, that we're here as allies and here to support the community as far as whatever it is they need. For students to understand that we are also allies, and what it is that we do. I feel like some students think, all we do is talk about eating healthy, or all we talk about are condoms or whatever, but really understanding that we promote a healthy lifestyle, a well-rounded healthy lifestyle, so spiritually, professionally, personally, physically. So that would be my vision for Yes.
Okay, so what would be one of your memory from Yes that you always have with you?
So as a peer educator, I'll never forget, we went to Northwestern and we went to go see the dead bodies. Like, we got to go see the cadavers, and that was the coolest thing ever. But really just to be in like a college setting. I never had stepped foot in a college before. I'm first generation. So it was just kind of nice to see people that look like myself in white coats, like walking around, showing us the school, and like they really felt at home. But as a health educator, probably the most memorable thing is like the myths that I hear from the students. So things that students think are correct in regards to reproductive health or nutrition or fitness, for example, like a lot of students think to be healthy, you have to like starve yourself and diet and like work out 60 minutes a day. And when they realize all you need to do is like make sure you're drinking water, eating good, and like being active, and even if that means dancing, playing sports, like that's still just as acceptable as like these extreme versions of being healthy.
Well, I think that's all I have for you today.
Thank you.
you.